Yeah, ne? These are interesting times indeed. Here's this week's crime report with Sheriff Sean Nodia.
Today we're going to take a look at some card cloning, guys. Card cloning has become a problem in Namibia. People are taking fat chances at ATM machines, these mobile machines which you buy at shopping centers with, that kind of thing. And they're cloning your credit cards and your bank cards. Now what happened recently was in Gebhardt, tourists were robbed of their cards, and two suspects, we were given APB on all vehicles for a silver Polo that was with two occupants. These guys were card cloning, and they'd also just robbed tourists of their credit cards and stuff. Now I don't know exactly how the card cloning thing works. All I know is that they are able to, if they get hold of your card, clone it or clone the information on it, and then use your credit cards to be able to make purchases and stuff. Thanks to some local residents and the Namibian police, these two guys, suspects, were apprehended and taken into custody. We do not know where it went from them, but we trust that the justice system and the Namibian police would have dealt with it accordingly. So then we have a warning to people: when you go to ATMs and stuff, make sure nobody around you is watching you. Make sure that nobody is trying to advise you, sir, do this, do that. Just go to the ATM and do it yourself. If you happen to fear going to the ATM, then what you do is take a friend with that can watch your back for you. Then when it comes to fires, once again we're having a lot of fires in Namibia at the moment. We just recently had one in Ongodiva at the Destiny Lodge and Hotel, where the place practically burnt down to the ground. We had 10 guests that were stranded. Fortunately for the guests, we have Public Against Crime, and we went onto the group and we requested assistance, and within minutes all 10 guests were accommodated for. But the place had taken considerable damage, and that is a loss not just for business and income, but it's also a loss to the community. So we also, when it comes to fires, we ask people, please take some initiative, clean around your houses, clean around the area, make sure that there's electrical plugs and stuff are secure. Don't let small things cause big damage. I learned something the other day, and this is not an advertisement for Coca-Cola, but if you keep a 2-liter Coke in your fridge and a fire does break out, all you do is remove the cap of the 2-liter Coke, put your hand over the lid, shake it, and point it in the direction of the fire, and it will act as a fire extinguisher. We've tested this and it does work. So probably that's one of the things that it's good for, but just a little safety tip for you. To end this off, we have another issue. It's called bumper-to-bumper accidents, where you just ride and you bump somebody from behind, or you bump them, and there's no serious damage to the vehicles or to state property or to public property, and there's no injuries. But what happens is now the people get out and they cause a major obstruction, and therefore there's congestion of traffic and that. The law stipulates you're allowed to remove your vehicles from the scene if there's no damage to state property or to municipal property, there's no injuries. You may remove the vehicles, then take each other's details down and proceed to the nearest police station and open an AR, an accident report. That way the traffic flow can keep going. If you want to then wait for a traffic officer because you suspect maybe the person's under the influence, and for your insurance purposes, remove the take photos of the accident scene, remove the obstruction, and then wait for the city police, traffic, or somebody to arrive on scene, and then you can deal with it. But that way you're not inconveniencing the rest of the traffic, and traffic can keep flowing. Be safe, be wise, and save lives.